going to be talking about my experience so far with Omnipod 5. I'm about 2.5 weeks in. And my first thoughts from the first week and a half have done a 180. It's been interesting, and I have learned a lot online in the process. And hopefully this will help someone else if they're thinking about going to the system or if they've switched and they have some questions. Because I definitely have some questions. The first week and a half was like the best blood sugar, steadiest, almost perfectly in range that I've ever had. And I was so excited, and I was trying not to get too excited because I'm like, I just switched, trying not to get my hopes up, but this is amazing. Like, this is going to be life-changing. I kept using those words. This will be life-changing. And I have some big plans later this year that involve some pretty major physical exertion. And so I was like, this is gonna be amazing. Oh my gosh, my life has changed. And then I hit the week and a half point. So about a week and a half in, after having the most amazing blood sugars almost effortlessly, I was all of a sudden having not just not great blood sugars, but way worse, way worse than what I ever had before on the old Omnipod, on a manual pump. No lows. I wasn't going low, so I guess that's a win. But I was sitting, if I was lucky, I was sitting somewhere in the hundreds. But most of the time, especially if I dared eat anything, even if I bolused aggressively for it, I was shooting straight up to, almost 300 and then sitting there. And I changed pump sites. I thought maybe I had a site that was a little bloody, so I changed pump sites. Nothing. I changed all the settings that the 400-page Omnipod FAQ says to change. Active insulin on board time, insulin to carb ratio, glucose correction factor. I had the lowest target blood sugar you can choose. And so I read online about this happening to some people, and they're like, reset the algorithm, delete all the data that it's learned. Not much learning, if you ask me. And so when I changed my pod today, I went ahead and reset, cleared all the data, hoping that I can go back to that honeymoon first week and a half maybe. So far not good, but I'm gonna wait about a week. But in reading what I have been able to so far, and for what it's worth, Omnipod is supposed to connect me sometime in the future to an engineer to maybe talk about specifics of the algorithm and if there's any way to manipulate it. But what I've been reading online is that the pump really is just trying to keep you from going low. The algorithm is just favoring not going low, and it's really not learning or optimizing over time to learn your patterns to adjust for highs. So, really discouraged, really frustrated. And yeah, I'm gonna give it some time, but I am so tempted to just go back to the Omnipod 4 or even injections at this point. It'd be easier, there'd be less supplies. And at this point, it'd be better blood sugar than Omnipod 5. Been looking into the loop, the DIY thing, it's a lot of overhead, but it sounds like that actually does what the Omnipod 5 algorithm should be doing. Also, maybe I should just try to get some grant or something and do it myself. It's a control system. Like, we know how to do control systems. Like, a drone can fly around and it doesn't just optimize for like not hitting the ground, you know? It optimizes for a whole bunch of things. If we can build control systems around aerodynamics, like we can build a control system around up and down blood sugar, it's really not that hard. Someone needs to just do this as their thesis or something. Maybe that's what Loop was. I need to look into it more. So anyways, I hope that there's a part 2 that has, here's how you fix Omnipod 5. We'll see. We shall see. Let's cross our fingers.